right, guys. This is one of those episodes. I wish I had a minute to actually collect myself before we did this review. Um, yeah, we just got done looking at it. Welcome to Derry, episode 7. Coming off the last episode, we knew that the mob was coming for Hank. What we didn't anticipate is getting a full understanding of the original Pennywise the Clown, and his connection or correlation to the therapist that professed herself to be his daughter. We got a full backstory with that. And then unfortunately, we also got what was the climax to the altercation. Um, Bizzy, what was your thought on this, man? I know you went through a lot. I went through a lot. But how you doing right now?
That it was a lot, dude. I mean, we thought we had to worry about one thing, and then they hit us with a curveball and they throw so many different things at you. And so I was feeling emotions for like every single character in this episode. Everyone went through something crazy in the way that they handled it, in the way that they showed like their point of view, I guess, handling it. I mean, I don't know. There was a lot. This was a lot.
Yeah. I think Drill's still here. Drill, how's it for you?
Uh, so the little girl with glasses, her name is Marge. Is that
March.
right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Like, just in general?
Yeah. Quick feelings on the episode.
Um, that's a solid question. I mean, I enjoyed it. It's definitely one of the stronger episodes. So that's nice.
Do you think it's a big step up? Because I know you weren't feeling last episode, but
Yeah, I,
yeah.
I definitely think it's better than last episodes. By a very large margin. It's just very dark, but yeah, no, I definitely think it's better than last episode. Jesus Christ, I don't even remember last episode anymore. Yeah, I thought it was pretty strong. Surprisingly, uh, moving. I was gonna say kind of moving, but we don't have time to unpack that. But it's a better episode. It's definitely one of the best episodes. I guess if like episode 1 and 5 are my favorites so far, this is probably maybe third. Probably it's pretty strong. You can tell when the episode's great by like it has multiple things going on that make it memorable.
Man.
I will say that it feels crazy because it was this episode. The backstory we dove into with Pennywise and all that stuff, like it just I mean, like you're not kidding, Jero, when you say like it makes it more memorable when there's so much happening. So that's definitely one of the things because that honestly felt like standalone. Like I it's crazy to think that all that happened while the massacre happened, while seeing them cope with Richie, and then while showing them finally find one of the gates, and then at the end of the episode with all that shit. Like I mean, so much happened, and it doesn't feel like it could have happened in a span of an hour. And it
I,
feels
I, I will
crazy that
say, can I
so much.
say,
Yeah, what's up?
I thought what they did with Rich was pretty brilliant. I mean, there's unfortunately this show is starting to do the stereotypical thing where like it starts strong and it's real solid, and then it's like is it gonna like is the middle and the end gonna be as great as how it started? But um, but this what they did with Rich here I thought was pretty great because I mean a lot of these characters, but for some reason, something like felt something felt kind of felt it just felt wrong the way that Rich went out.
Okay.
Genuinely, it didn't like. It's not something that I wanted to see. Which is interesting because like I don't have like some huge profile on Rich, so it's interesting that like his death was so it was surprisingly was well not only was it effective but fucking hell when Marge gets out of the whatever the fuck she was in when she gets out of it you know, and then like the other kids come and sort of like embrace his corpse. I thought that was quite profound.
In what sense? Where you thought it was a bad choice, or do you think it was more
No,
moving?
I didn't think it was
Everything,
bad at
like,
all. I
okay.
just thought it was moving, disturbing.
Okay, okay. I
Just
mean,
it just
no,
caught me
yeah,
off guard.
I feel that too, because I mean, especially with these kids and kids in general, it's just the way they're gonna cope or kind of respond to something like that is very, very different. It'd usually be, there's a
Yeah,
lot going on. So to see the way they handled that, and even the last a bit of dialogue, like the monologue, if you will, that we got
yeah,
from the actor that plays Richie, which I think it was phenomenal. Whatever I don't know exactly what was in the script, but the little details such as him like kissing the chest when it officially closed,
yeah,
and him,
yeah,
them saying "I love you" to each other, and then there were just certain
yeah,
things where I'm just like, okay, that could have been improvised or could have been exactly in the script, but either way, it was delivered, in my opinion, eh, brilliantly. I mean, as far as kid actors go, like it's a hit and miss when it comes to delivering certain lines, if you will,
yeah.
and they did such a good job with that sequence. I mean, them bringing up the knight in shining armor and the fair maiden and just all those little things kind of leading into that monologue, I thought was the big reason on why I felt a lot, because it was just picking at little things that, I mean, it's if you didn't hear him say it, then it wouldn't have been impactful. But with these characters not being involved from episode one and just getting more screen time in the last episode or two, they've definitely made that mean something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
even like Marge, who's not like she's fine as a character, I guess. But I will say when she like gets out of there and like she like discovers his corpse, it really is genuinely pretty tragic. It's almost hard to describe in many ways because it's not something like I saw coming, like emotionally speaking. I mean, the show's been fine, but there hasn't been like any emotional moments that I guess got me, except for this one. Um, it's just interesting. It snuck up on me for sure. I was like, oh shit.
Nah, yeah, I caught all of
Um,
us off guard. Sam, where do you stand?
Yeah, um, first off, Andy Muschietti was the one that directed this episode, which is
Made that
why
little
the
cameo.
different layers. No, just because it's so heavily layered, you understand he knew where he wanted this all to go. Marge, from all intents and purposes, we were supposed to hate her, because she was conforming. She was always putting herself first before Lily. And then Richie was always kind of annoying, but he's really cheeky and funny. And, both of them, through the circumstance because of Pennywise, have come different people, and it became different people together. And to be quite honest with you, it's as well written as it is. I don't know. It's so harsh, bro. Like, this kid really just wanted to like this little girl. That's it. That's all he really wanted to do. And he wanted to care for his friends, be there for his friends. He knew how dangerous the situation was. And he understood that the only way, honestly, they freaking pulled a Titanic on this kid. And he's a freaking kid. And he knew that if he didn't do it this way, there was a less likelihood she was going to survive. And I don't know, man. It was just emotionally hurtful. Like, I don't know. I didn't need to see this kid sacrifice himself for this little girl. And to be quite honest with you, like, truth be told, we've been seeing kids getting tossed around left and right. None of these kids deserved any of this. And I think what was even more hurtful is when they got to the main base, and she was like, yeah, he never made it to Main Street, did he? And I was just like, it was moments where I was trying to hold back tears, to be quite honest with you. And I felt bad for Will, because Will couldn't even go and consult Lily and, tell them as well. But as far as the directing and the dialogue, this was amazing. Because even like Dick Halloran, right? Dick Halloran, for all intents and purposes, he was already not doing good.
Mm.
We saw in the last episode, like, he was trying to keep his edge, and then all of a sudden all hell broke loose. And honestly, from a technical standpoint, a freaking shootout on top of kids dying, on top of like a fire that's going, and it was like, it just did not have to happen, and it's so messed up.
Mhm.
but yet everybody's just okay with it after the fact. You know what I'm saying? Like the dad didn't have time to consult Will that, yeah, this is racism. Like your son, I mean, your friend didn't have to die like this. Like all this is still happening in the realistic sense because something like this could realistically happen, which is why everything that happens in this episode was really rough. Even down to Pennywise. Pennywise was like, yeah, I lost my wife and I'm trying to make it happen, trying to make it done with my daughter. And he was done in from a little kid out of the freaking woods. Like it's so many different moments that they do a great job of layering every single character. But it's just so tragic, bro. That's why I said that this is hard for me to kind of review and unpack because I honestly I don't know if I had the emotional capacity to deal with a lot of stuff with this. I'm really glad we're just talking about this episode. And I knew that going into this episode. Hell, like Leroy trying to stop the military from destroying one of the pillars that he finds out that the general wants to let Pennywise out because he's got this warped sense that fear will be able to manipulate things to civility. And he damned anybody getting killed in the process, whether they're kids or not. All for his kid to be the first victim. Like it's poetic in its symmetry and its beautiful writing, but it is sick, dude. Like it is so dark and bleak. Like there's no joy in this episode at all. Like there's fleeting moments, but I don't know. This is gonna be hard for me to kind of unpack, but it's masterfully done to me. Yeah.
No, I'm on the same page. I mean, this was a really, really solid episode. The emotions I felt through the roof. I mean, I was really curious at one point because I mean, when they were like Pennywise, I don't feel him anymore. He's back in hibernation. Like I was like, all right, we have another episode left. Somehow, some shit's gonna go wrong because we're not gonna just have him. I didn't know if they were gonna just wake him up for a second or maybe he wasn't actually. I don't know. But to see at the end when he wakes up and just to see where his like hideout is again is just terrifying. But dude, like Bill Skarsgård is just special, dude, and he just shows that time and time again. And this episode's no different.
Oh yeah, I was gonna actually ask Terrell. I don't know if he's still here or not, but some of the shots with Bill as Pennywise, like hell, the scene when Pennywise's daughter, says hi, Dad, and just behind her husband, and he has this hatchet and just freaking hatchets the dude's head, and just proceeds to eat it in the most sick, sadistic way. And that line delivery with that, I think maybe one of the best versions or scenes with Bill Skarsgård's Pennywise that I've seen from all the different, both movies included. But I was curious of Jarrell if he had like a special moment because Bill was in his bag this episode.
Absolutely.
Special moment. That's probably I think that was the one I was going to zero in on, to be honest with you. Outside of whenever like Pennywise's head first like splits and like that light comes out and he makes someone levitate. I forget which girl, but
it was his daughter.
Oh, the daughter. Okay, yeah. Yeah, outside of that, which just took me way off guard. Forgot that was even a thing with the like the lights, I guess, like within his being, I suppose. But yeah, no, that was probably my favorite scene in the whole episode. Well, that and the opening was strong with Bill as just his regular guy, but his performance was strong. I don't know if I don't know, but yeah, it was what you're saying. It was great. It was my favorite part of the episode for sure. I was gonna bring it up before you brought it up, but yeah, I don't know.
And
it was
then
great.
got my man Will caught up, like Like
Oh yeah, he got hit. He got hit with the whole split head light thing.
I didn't anticipate that. What I thought they were going to do is they were going to show him, they're going to show his head, and then he's going to open his eyes. When this man looked to the left and to the right like that, that should be a poster that they should use to promote the finale, the final episode. Because when it showed Will and he was talking on the phone, and he thought there was old girl talking, and then he realizes Pennywise, and then he just pops up behind them in this, like, for a fact he literally made his way straight to him. I don't know, man. I don't know what's about to go down.
How many episodes are there? Is it 8 or 9?
8.
Oh, okay. Oh,
yeah. Last episode is 70 minutes too.
70 minutes. What the fuck? But I don't know. It's been a weird journey, this show.
Oof.
I'm not exactly sure what to think of it so far.
Yeah,
So far.
Or with what we got, whatever.
I can effectively say this is one of the better horror style shows that it's come out of HBO anyway, or any other thing. Like they put a lot of effort into this, and they've got characters that I actually truly care about. But I mean, I think that this episode laid that foundation, because I mean, even the people that were, in the burning building, like for instance, the singer, right? The singer, we thought, who's this, Caucasian woman like in here singing with these people? But they pulled, honestly, a Sinners out of it, because if you look, she actually had a wig, and she was mixed. Like her hair is actually very much so matted, and so she was passing, which is crazy. But for her, it was like to witness all that and then getting out, but realizing what it was. Like it's just small details that they handle with everybody. Like even like the chick, when Pennywise killed the chick in the burning building, like I was like, I don't know, man. They just do a really good job of taking their time with every single character. And a lot of shows just don't do that. Like, especially not in the horror sense. They don't take that kind of time. So Andy, just as much as every other actor or character, is very important and vital to this episode's success to me. It's just, as much as I say this is a great episode, this is hard. I don't like what's happening on screen.
Nah, that's valid. It's been very, very dark, but I think with how I'm feeling emotionally, I mean, just everything that they've done, I think they're on the right direction. So, again, I'm impressed, man. I don't know what else there is to say as when it comes to the episode as a whole. I mean, I just want the finale to be on the same level. If it is, then we're good. But yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah,
I do
had a Barb moment with Richie dying like that. Yeah. It just, he was too good, man. Like I don't know. Like I was like, this is the innocent kid. Like I mean, not to say they're not all innocent, but I don't know. I just didn't think he was gonna go out like that. I didn't think he was gonna go out like that. It bothers me. It actually bothers me. Sorry, Drew. What were you gonna say?
I might have forgot it, but but I did really enjoy this episode, though. Oh, that's what I was gonna say, actually, because he said like there wasn't much, but basically, one thing I was gonna say is that as far as a big flaw, this is actually something that stretches to the 2017 film. I think it came out in 2017, the first one. With Bill Skarsgård, but the CGI, or like the amount of like digital photography, I wish we had less of it. It's unfortunate that we have so much of it, or that so much of it takes up the frame. At least it'd be nice if if you took this, what we just saw, and it was shot like 35 millimeter or something like that, it would be like instantly scarier. It'd be instantly like more tangible. Like because like we've gotten so far, and now I can sort of like see the seams or like some of the bigger flaws, blah blah. Blah. But that would be my that's a standout flaw. I wish because so much of the show in general just feels very. It's got like a very CG look, if you will, or aesthetic. I wish that wasn't there. I noticed that in a few scenes in this episode, but yeah, I wish that wasn't a thing. It'd be nice if they actually shot on film. It would help a lot. But I did want to throw that out there because this is actually a complaint that people have been talking. That's technically gone viral a lot for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I mean, I think from a financial and a fiscal standpoint, like I think you need to be fiscally responsible for like a new IP like this. I mean, I get it because I mean that's one of the things that's a big proponent of why Sinners is as amazing as it is. But I don't know if I would have invested in that just based on how the first one was a very strong success, but part two, some people go back and forth with, and I think it was a long road to some people saying like, do we need this series? So I don't. I mean, I agree with the digital for the first season. If this is a one and only, I don't know. But if this is just the first season of many, I wouldn't have put all my eggs in one basket. And to be fair, I think that even with Stranger Things, like Stranger Things from season to season, they've made sure to up it and change how they've handled a lot of it. I understand what you're saying. I don't think that I would have went that route with an IP that's really delicate in people's perspective of it. I do agree with you, but I just don't think that I agree with them. I think that I would have done the same thing. I don't really know how it would have actually been long term.
this is definitely the first season of many, for the record. But
You think so?
people, yes,
You don't think
yes,
that this is going to be a one and done?
no,
I mean,
absolutely
I feel like it could be like a Shogun situation. Like they straight up said it was going to be a limited series, but Shogun
Oh,
was like, "Oh shit, money, let's go." Now I'm
exactly.
not opposed to it. Don't get me wrong, but it's like when you're, that's what they announced, so it's kind of what I expected. But at this point, it is what it is. As long as they
Oh,
know what they're doing,
absolutely.
and as long as they don't like, as long as they take their time and they don't rush that shit, because
I mean,
I don't
but
want slop.
keeping it a buck though, after we get through, well, you know what? I take that back. After we get through the second or the last episode, there's I guess a margin of time between part one and this, but
Yeah, about
we don't
27
know
years,
whether
right?
or not Pennywise gets out or in between that time because he's supposed to have an incubation period.
Yeah, it's
Mhm.
27 years, right?
Yeah, but I mean, we don't know if he. I don't know. I don't
Well,
know.
I haven't seen. So the first one, what year did he? It was the 90s, right? But like, what
The
do we know exactly?
kids.
But I like again. I haven't even seen the second movie, so I'm slacking a little bit. But I'm sure it's I mean, I'm sure the timeline might make sense. I really don't know.
It was 88.
88, and this is what 60.
3. Is that right?
She
60 something.
60 something. And I gotta look it up. When does Welcome to Derry take place? 1962. 27 years before the events of the first film.
Yeah.
Well, first off, Sam, what in God's name? I would literally go as far as say that like seasons two through three are locked, 100%, no doubt. Now beyond that point, I don't know. Who knows? But and I don't even know what their plans are. But at least in that space right there, yeah, that's a lot for sure. They were just like, oh, we would love to go to like season 3. Clearly that's gonna happen. Okay, something like extremely wild would have to happen for that for them to be like, oh no, we gotta like put the dog down. You know what I mean? But yeah, no.
I mean, I think the only thing that I'm saying is that there's a 27-year gap, yes, but we don't know whether or not within that 27 years Pennywise gets back out. The only way
Sure.
that they can go, it'd be backwards. And that would
Sure.
be from the moment that we saw in this episode
Mhm.
to the moment that I guess from the beginning of this season,
Mhm.
what Pennywise has been doing this whole entire time. I think that's the only route that I can see that would make any sense. And I mean, to be fair, I mean, we could go that route. I mean, especially now that we have like the therapist and we have her as the main lead, because we have it literally at the start point where he left. So there's a large margin of time where she's definitely been killing kids in the hospital and using them. It could go to route the Native American community as well. But I don't know. I just trying to think of where would you take the seasons, because you can't. Well, I don't know. I'll take that back. I'm gonna shut up.
I don't know enough to
Yeah.
speak on.
Yeah, I can't speak to the quality of these upcoming seasons. I can only tell you that they're gonna they're gonna happen for sure. But it's just a viewership thing. That's it. Literally, it's nothing else. Well, I mean, I guess good reception does help, but still,
Yeah,
viewership.
because I think it's every 27 years that Pennywise is doing that. So I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, this episode for me, it hurt me. That's the best way I can kind of put it. And it's an A. It's an A to A plus. It's one of the
Jesus Christ.
This may be in the top 3 episodes this season.
Oh, well.
Jarrell.
I agree with that.
Yeah. Jarrell got worried they meant of all time.
No, what you guys are just so giving, my God. But yeah, no, I definitely thought it was a strong episode. Damn, where would I rate it though?
I don't know, man. I mean,
knowing you like a C-.
No, it was better than that.
They gave us the origins of Pennywise the Clown. They freaking killed a whole bunch of black people in a gosh darn barn over some foolishness. We witnessed a gosh darn adorable child get burned alive, essentially, or suffocate alive.
This isn't your good parts of it. I thought this was.
No, I'm saying, like, I'm just telling you what it was. Like, this is what this. I ain't saying any of this it was good. I'm just telling you what it is.
Yeah, I think. I think it'd probably be in my top 3 as well. This would probably be my 3rd favorite episode, probably. So yeah, it's like an 8 or a 9, probably more so a 9. I thought it was quite strong. Some of the like overly digital cinematography kind of ruins it, but other than that, like, damn, it's like I said before, it's a very memorable episode, and there's a bunch of scenes in this sumbitch in this season that like let's say like 3 years go by, like I don't know if I'm gonna remember all that if I'm just being honest, but this episode, a lot of this episode I would remember 3 years from now, and that's pretty commendable. So 8 or 9, probably a 9 out of 10.
Freaking evil character, bro. Bizzy, what was your final thoughts and rating?
So I'm impressed. I just wanted the last episode to give me the same kind of energy I was getting, craziness, feeling every emotion in the book. I'm in between a and an A-. I mean, I think it was a really, really good episode. So again, this is what I want. I want more of this.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Bizzy. I thought I saw you breaking down a little bit over Richie, man.
No, I got emotional, of course. I mean, Richie's my boy.
Nah, I seen you.
Hispanic representation.
I seen you move your glasses back.
Nah, I had to let my eyes breathe a little bit, bro. I almost broke.
I don't know, man. I ain't seen you break yet, but I was like, dang.
I was close. Man,
Richie done made Bizzy break.
I haven't cried. Not like I fight it or anything. It just caught me off guard.
I don't know. You were fighting them tears a day. But yeah, you guys will be back. We'll be back for the final episode.
It was a great scene.
Hope
Bill is so great.
Hell no. We're going to go, guys. Great. Y'all have a good night. Peace.
Filing out the top of
I can see the skyline, 50 mile radius on my timeline. Ain't nothing on my mind.